we store about 1,000 boats, a little under 1,000 boats, okay? And our typical boat is like a 37, 38-foot sailboat. That's, although we have some big power boats, we have some, 70-footers, we have, bigger boats and smaller boats, but our standard customer is a guy with a 40-foot, 35 to 40-foot sailboat. And, we provide sort of the winter storage component. So we store the boat over the winter. We do all the service. So typically people will bring their boat to us in the fall with a wish list of things they'd like to have repaired, work they'd like to have done. Then we launch it, and then oddly enough, our slowest time is the summer. Because in the summer the boats are allowed being used, and people don't call us unless something breaks,
Sure.
But all winter we're busy, working on that wish list they gave us in the fall.
So, how many employees do you have working on boats then during the winter?
We have about 50 full-time employees here. So, we have a ship store, we have an e-commerce site, we have rigging department, installation department, mechanical department, fiberglass shop where we do major refits and painting. So, we pretty much provide all the services you could need for a sailboat.
So when did boats start going in then? What's the earliest date?
Well, the earliest boats started going in about 2 weeks ago. And then it's just starting to ramp up now. This weekend, I think in the next 10 days we have 100, over the next 2 weekends, 198 boats or something like that we're launching and are leaving. So it ramps up really quickly.
My dad was sailed and stuff, and I, instead of going to day camp as an 8-year-old, I went to sailing school. So, it's kind of family more. Well, actually, everybody uses their boats more for the 5 months that are available to them. I mean, some places, where they're available to be used all the time, they're not as used, and it concentrates the. There's as many different uses of boats as we've been talking about sailing, and so there, even within sailing, you got the one design racing, you got the offshore boats that race and go port to port and go to Mackinac, and then you got the people who just go cruising all the time, and they get as much fun out of their boats. And then in Chicago, you got a group of people who basically park the boat in their slip, plug it in electricity. They got all the amenities of home, TV sets or whatever, and they got a lakefront condo. So they move in from their hot suburban home or something to the lakefront every weekend, and got friends. It becomes a neighborhood. It's a more open, friendly neighborhood that they could go to.